Here we are in the losers final, Acno versus Simple. Man, this is going to be an insane set.
Somebody call Beyonce because we're on demon time here on the Demon Island in losers finals. Who'd have thunk that Acno versus Simple would be happening in losers finals, or that Acno would open up with a GC Insig that raw early in the game?
Yeah, you're going to have to explain that Beyonce reference.
In the Savage remix with Megan Thee Stallion, she says, "On my demon time, I might start an OnlyFans."
Oh.
Come on, man. Even so far here. Oh. Simple. Something big. A big opening for Simple. He was starting off taking a lot of damage early on in the game. The side signature is not going to be interrupted with a move, but it's going to be interrupted with the weapon toss from Simple. You see him backing up. Nice little two-piece there. Expects the really high recovery from Acno. Charging up the Insig, the D-Light recovery from Acno. Unarmed is not going to be enough, but there comes the sword recovery to help him out to get the KO off the top. Acno is just a little bit behind.
Yeah, but he does have this bow in hand, and Simple, stuck on that wall, was struggling to get back up, but he did fight his way back in, got the greatsword pickup, and you see Acno, when Simple has the greatsword, he's going to play a little bit further back, try to utilize that bow downlight to his advantage.
It's a nice dare. He didn't hit the grounded version, so you don't see the inlight coming out, or maybe the more cheeky option charging up that Insig. But he still definitely does have this lead. You see the side light into the down air. Oh, hits the side sig on the corner, and the down air. Simple stock is done. Another orange KO for Acno.
And he's so good at just hitting these pinpoint accurate bow shots. Just enough to deny those wall touches, but Simple gonna get the haymaker, keep this one even, going into the final stocks here in game number 1.
Ooh, he's expecting the D-Light. So Acno's giving Simple space, and Simple's giving Acno space. Nice string. Goes for the recovery. Just a little bit too far to the right. Acno is deep enough in the push-off column.
Dodge.
Even that high. Almost with the orange KO there. Reaching down with the down air. Doesn't quite have the range that he needed. Acno was playing just a little bit too low. There's the side light. Goes for the continued string in that direction, but Acno ended up going through him. Sig's coming out. Simple wants the KO. Hits the side light into the neutral signature. Getting the KO. Simple takes game 1. I'm willing to bet we don't see a swap. At least from Simple, that is.
Not on win. Not on win for sure. But we are seeing a swap come out from Acno. Sticking with the bow game, but he's going to be going over to the Diana for game number 2.
Is Acno done with the Jae-Yun?
I guess so.
Like, he got... Did Pavelski beat the Jae-Yun out of Acno? Man!
Pavelski was enough for Acno to be like, you know what, I'm not feeling these Jae-Yun mirror matches, or maybe play into the fans a little bit, wants to be that outlier, the Bulgarian not on the Jae-Yun. But here we are in game number 2. Can't punish, doesn't hit the downlight. Simple able to jump in time, and he's starting to get the juggles.
Yo, big lead here for Simple early into this game. Playing Diana, something we're going to see several players play tomorrow in North America, but he's one of the few that we've seen in EU today. D-Light into the neutral signature. Love to see it. Somehow that picked up. I cannot believe.
No, but Simple still retaining enough movement. He did get the wall touch before that ground pound hit. He was able to make the full rotate over to the right side. Still staying alive, doesn't have the weapon pickup, but the damage is evened up.
Dash is coming out from Acno. The weapon toss came out, hit Simple, but he was still able to get over to the weapon. Dodges right through the GC inlight. Ooh, Simple dipping really low.
Weapon toss off the weapon toss into a GC downlight into the recovery. Acno gonna take the first stock.
Simple backing up all the way to the left side. The weapon spawn is actually going to go over there as well. Immediately gets the recovery for the KO off the top. And he's going to swap back over to the greatsword. Now, Acno being on this Diana here, maybe he doesn't want, like, the Twitter hate from everybody out there who's hating on greatsword right now. If Acno wins, everybody loves him, like, that much more. If Acno loses, everybody also loves him because he didn't play greatsword in the end.
That's what I'm saying, man. Pandering to the fans a little bit, pandering to the audience, pandering to the chat. But right now, he's doing work with this. It's definitely not just pure pandering, as he is still doing really well with this Diana standing still, and Simple was expecting the reaction.
Oh! Simple dodged the side sig. I didn't even think that was possible.
Perfect spot dodge from Simple to avoid it. Acno throws out the ground pound. Clean punish from Simple, and he's got Acno down to his final stock here in game number 2. Can he take it over Acno? Take this one to game number 3 with a 2-0 lead.
So we've seen 2 non-Jaehyun picks from Acno. Let's just forecast the loss here for Acno. Of course, it is not guaranteed by any means. Ooh. I'm loving this Diana from Acno. Does he swap over to Greatsword?
I don't think he does. I think he just keeps playing Wheel of Bow Legends. As Simple again gonna punish Acno, going for these wonky ground pounds. Downlight into the recovery, not even enough to put him off screen. The recovery will get the stock. Acno, he basically needs to shove Simple off stage and just win out in the off stage with the bow again.
Acno's bow is nice and dirty, and you know he's on that dirty Diana here, so the potential is real for the bow damage to be added up very quickly. Simple is coming in with the sword, so not quite as potent as the great sword. Acno's adding up the damage. Simple getting deeper into the yellow. Goes for the D-Light. Simple was just jumping high enough. Now he's in the orange. Acno has found so much damage against Simple. The great sword is in his hand now.
Goes straight neutral, neutral, neutral air, and Simple currently up 2-0 over the top seed Acno. Can he get the upset and knock Acno out with a 3rd place finish?
You're seeing the replays here of that last game. Acno finding himself in a very rare spot, going down into the loser's bracket much earlier than expected. Now finding himself down 0-2 against Simple here in the losers finals, and you were exactly right in your call. It is the Wheel of Bow Legends.
It's going to be Yumiko for game number 3. Acno on his last leg here with the Yumiko. Will it be enough as we get into game number 3? Acno has to make the reverse 3-0 happen.
Now, we did see a Yumiko attempt earlier against a Jaehyun. It was Blue playing it, and he was playing it into Simple, and it didn't work. Blue lost both games with the Yumiko against Simple.
Right now, Acno looking kind of awkward with this Yumiko. See him trying to throw out these down signatures. Not finding the hits just yet. Acno catches the dodge in with the neutral signature. The recovery, Simple gonna take the first stock.
All of the Acno fans out there are either crying or they're putting on their Simple shirt. They're Homer backing into the bushes and then coming out with a Simple shirt on.
Acno, they get the punish, downlight into the neutral signature. Not quite enough damage. Man, Simple really got that first stock basically untouched. Back to the hammer for Acno.
Nice playing this hammer into Simple, one of the best hammer players, if not the best hammer player in EU right now. Does get the recovery interrupted there, but Simple easily gets over to the wall. Stomp side air. Jaehyun's just too thick. Oh, goes for the D-Light ground pound, but it was only the very tip. He just hit the tip and needed to hit a little bit more for that ground pound to be able to pick up. Does get the nair to get the KO off the top. He's really not too far behind.
Yeah, he got him with the toes when he needed to hit him with the ankles, but like you said, not too far behind. This is definitely doable for Acno, but he gets caught by the pocket sand, has to fast fall to avoid the weapon toss. He's still behind.
Goes for the stomp sidelight, immediately disengages, wants to put a lot of space between him and Simple, so he doesn't need a sidelight, doesn't need a downlight. Oh man, Simple, he's starting to use that dash D-Light more. Covers so much space.
There's a lot of horizontal dodges from the opponents. Stomp side air's coming out from Acno. Simple gets in with a downlight recovery. Simple's one stock away from getting that hot upset and knocking Acno out in 3rd place.
A lot of space. You can expect that D-Light coming out from Acno. You know that's coming. When he's backing up and sort of moving left and right like that, there, you know it's coming.
Trey the bow. Wants the hammer for the knockout potential. Throwing out the wisps, and they're not hitting Simple. Stomp side air. Simple's off stage.
Oh, didn't get his dodge off of cooldown in time to use after that recovery. Even if he did, I don't think it would have mattered. Acno, he's coming back in this game. We're seeing the Yumiko doing some work here, finding some damage. Gonna be that sword coming in for Simple. Almost falls into those wisps. But now you see him coming out. He's not going anywhere near them. Not gonna fall for that trap.
Stomp into fastball in there. Acno getting good damage. Simple with the weapon toss. Disarms himself, waiting for the great sword spawn. It's going to be right on top of him. He's got the pickup, doesn't get the dodge. The recovery, Simple can get it. Acno with the nair. Another nair. Acno can get it.
He's backing up from that wall. Doesn't want to get hit by a recovery. And he catches Simple as he moves back to the main platform. Side air for the KO. Acno is on the board, not going to get 3-0'd by Simple. This Yumiko pick, and Twitch chat is going wild.
But that was all but a confident victory from Acno. That was still doable for a Simple. Acno, I didn't quite catch the legend. Oh, over to the Bodvar. And I understand this. The Yumiko was pretty hammer-centric, so he's going to go to a hammer that he's more familiar with and go into this Bodvar for game number 4.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. The hammer was looking the best between the hammer and the bow from Yumiko. You were starting to see Simple really recognizing that anytime Acno put a lot of space between those two and had the bow in hand, the D-Light was coming. You know that's coming. So he's able to punish it more effectively. Once you just completely eliminate the ability for Acno to close that distance, you basically take a weapon away from him. He was still finding some juggle opportunities, but he wasn't finding the signatures that we saw from a previous Yumiko player. We wasn't finding those signature follow-ups, the side signature, the neutral signature, hitting those reads.
Like you said, but here we are. Game number 4, going in with the Bodvar. We'll see what he can do with this Bodvar. Of course, he'll still have that comfort of the sword, something that many players are comfortable with. Already getting pretty aggressive there with that raw ground pound on the corner. Simple able to avoid it. Wake up.
He did the onstage dare into a D-line instead of the in-line.
That's where he got that spin out from. Simple again with these wake-ups.
You saw him go for the same direction option, then he turned it around, then he did the same direction because the other two did not hit. Just changing up those follow-ups after he hits that sidelight, choosing where he wants to cancel.
Oh. Hammer toss. One more Sair. Ooh, Acno doesn't find the hit. Simple was stuck in the active frames of the recovery, but Acno gonna get the down sig instead. Still not enough to finish this stock off.
He hit that D-Sig for the fans. You love to see a Bodvar hammer.
Oh, the interrupt.
Oh!
He's styling. Oh, but Simple just with the raw haymaker. Going to shut down any momentum Acno has. Deep red for Simple. Acno can get the response. The Nair will do it. Sticking with the hammer. There's the weapon spawn. Already makes the rotate over. Acno with a 3-piece off the hammer. Simple finding a response.
Oh, nice recovery and the side signature. Acno doing work with Bodvar here. About to have a gigantic lead and he secures it.
Acno with a massive lead, like you said. Gigantic over Simple. Simple. He's got the greatsword now, if he can get the dodge read, but Acno is getting all these hits!
What is this?
Almost
hit that side air. Perfect dodge from Acno. Down air hit. GC in Sig. The neutral heavy from Simple is the opposite side heavy. Oh my gosh! This hammer waking up from Acno. It was looking good with the Yumiko and it's looking great with the Bodvar.
Acno just a An immediate reaction to a whiff from Simple. Saw his punish opportunity just dash over, downlight into the Russian Mafia. And that is going to put us into game number 5. Acno versus Simple. Acno the one on the Bodvar, Simple the one on the Jae-Yun.
Simple's going to start off with a regular sword here into Acno's hammer. Man, that hammer's looking so scary. Already 3 hits just like that. And 2 more.
Went back through the drive-thru, got some extra.
Oh my
not quite enough damage on that
gosh.
one. Simple able to dodge out, but man, Acno's getting damage.
We'll see if Simple has an answer, if he can bring the damage back, or if he's going to end up getting KO'd. If he can interrupt this momentum that Acno's hammer has. Stomp side air, going to be the KO option. Juggling the weapons, likely will stick on the hammer, and he does as Simple spawns back in. There is no spawn yet for Simple. He's able to grab it pretty quickly after sidelighting Acno away. Finding some damage here. Also taking some damage here.
Simple still needs to put a little bit more damage out onto Acno before going for the knockout. Meanwhile, Acno getting all this extra credit on the second stock of Simple. Simple, it's looking like his matchup against Greatsword, but it's his matchup against the hammer. Like, he's struggling to get in on Acno's hammer.
Oh, neutral signature. Going to even up the stocks, but Simple still far behind. Has over 100 damage on this second stock behind Acno. That's side air, almost sent it off screen. Dodges through the weapon toss. He continues to go forward. Even though Acno didn't have a weapon, he could have retreated back just a little bit to safely land.
Wanted to take advantage of the weapon advantage. Acno waiting for the weapon spawn. Simple going to punish. Acno trying to get that landing, but Acno still picks up a hammer. Damage has been evened off the dodge reads from Simple.
We're in game 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. Every hit is so important for either player, because Simple can turn it into a big string on his greatsword like he's been doing all game, but Acno has been now hitting these hammer strings as well, and he's found the KO options.
And again, looking like a repeat of the initial stocks where Acno has that stock advantage. Simple with a down air, can't quite lead to the knockout just yet. Acno stomp into nothing, into stomp, but he's off stage, gets caught. Stocks even.
Yo, he needed that. He needed that so hard.
Last stocks, game 5. Simple versus Acno. Acno, who's dominated the entire year. Simple, the only person to take a tournament off of Acno.
It's coming down to the last stock here in game 5. Dead even, exactly what you want to see from these two players here in the losers finals of the World Championships this deep in the bracket.
Who's it gonna be? Who is gonna get this last stock? Neither one of them wanting to make the mistake on the approach. Simple with 2 hits and the read. Simple did it! He did it!
It was looking so dire. The hammer pressure from Acno was looking like it was too much, but Simple at the very end was able to continue the pressure up in the air, found his opening, and kept going, ending it with a GC Insig to take out off the top. There you see it, the killing blow to Acno.
Oh my goodness. At the very end there, the last 3 hits were all that Simple needed, and he is able to move into the grand finals for the salty run back against Pavelski. Now that he's coming in from the lower bracket, he has to do 2 best of 5s. Otherwise, Pavelski